Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to see you. So in today's video what we're going to talk about is how to write descriptions that convert. So before we dive straight into it, make sure you're subscribed and let's kick things off. So the very first thing that I want to say is that you need to show your product to the people that are interested in your product. If you don't do this, no matter how good your description is, no matter how good your product is, it's not gonna work. So this video would be irrelevant if you don't have these things right. Now that's a completely different topic, but make sure that you're showing the right product to the right people. Now, let's dive into the real descriptions. So the very first thing that a lot of people make mistakes about is they leave the description from AliExpress. This thing is completely wrong. It makes it look unprofessional. So make sure you delete everything and start over completely again. So that's the very first point. So the very first thing is the hook, which is the very first sentence of your description. You don't want it to be the same as your ad copy because people are just going to think they're repeating it. Obviously, they saw the ad, they're coming to your store, so you want to have something different. So that's the first thing. So the first sentence that you want to have in your description is, as I said, the hook. Because that is what's going to get people to read the rest and get people really interested in your product. So what you could do is have some kind of emotional connection with like an answer that people can only answer yes. For example, do you love your wife? Of course you do. Do you love your dog? Yes. Do you like playing soccer? For people that do, yes. Obviously, all these things that I just said, you have to have the right people that show it. Because if you have do you love soccer to someone who hates it, obviously the answer is no. So you want to have a yes question, well, with a yes answer anyway. I'm getting things a bit mixed up. I can't speak, but that's no different than usual. So that's another point. Then you want to have the transition point. So this is where you go from your catch sentence or the hook to the description. You can't jump from one to the other straight away because it's gonna make people feel funny. Well, not really feel funny, but make them less interested in your ad. So you want a transition point. So the transition point for the example that I just said, you love your wife, would be like, yeah, of course you do. So this is why we are giving 40% away, or having a 40% sale on this earring. So the next thing is your transition point. If you don't have a transition point, people are gonna find it really funny to go from like the hook to the description straight away, because it's just gonna make them less interested and they're gonna find like something's weird going on. So you want to have a transition point, and this transition point could be something like, for example, do you love your wife? The transition point would be, of course you do. So this is why we are giving 40% away, for our top selling earrings. So if you're saying best selling, that means other people are really interested in it, have bought it, and so crowd attracts a crowd. So if you have a best-selling product, that means other people have bought it, and that means, in people's head at least, it means it's a good product. So make sure you do something along these lines, like top selling, best-selling, or something like that. Then you want to go to the actual description, but you don't want to write a description like in AliExpress, material is this, color is this, and things like that. You want to make it really sound really good without lying, obviously. You want to say something like this: this highly quality earring has left hundreds and thousands of people really happy, and this will let you connect with your partner at all times when you're away. Something like this. If somebody is traveling, that would be a really good sentence, for instance. Then you want to do a call to action. Now the call to action is very important. You want to have one call to action, not others, because that will just make people feel confused. They're going to do one and not the other. You want to have one call to action. In your description, the call to action is buy this product. Obviously, you're not saying buy this product. You want to say it's something with a different sentence, but that's what it means. So what you can say is order yours now and you can get 40% off. With it, this can work within the next 48 hours, something like this. The next thing is you want to have a secure checkout badge. If you don't have a secure checkout badge and people read through your description and don't see it, it might make some people go away because they want to have it like legit. They want to order from a real good site. And if your description is good and you have the checkout badge, it's going to work a lot better than if you don't. So, to have a secure checkout badge, it's really easy. No need to go into the code or anything like that. What you want to do is you want to go to Google and type in secure checkout badge. And you go to your images and you click on any of these that looks appealing to you. Make sure that it has a transparent background. If it doesn't have a transparent background, it's going to make your website look really good, but most of them do, so you won't have to look very far. So what you do is you download that image and then you go back to your store and there's a button that's something like, hang on, I'll look down.
2,000 years later.
So there's a button that's called insert image. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to put it in the photos of your product or anything like that or on top. So after your description, you click on that button. It says insert image. You click on the image and it's done. And then you hit save. And that's your product. That's your description. You have your checkout badge. And that's going to increase your sales, or like I say in many videos, make or break your store. So that being said, subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, liked it, find any value whatsoever, leave a comment, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!